Begin PODFIX network transmission in 3, 2, 1.
Hey everybody, this is former WWF Light Heavyweight Champion Gilbert, brother, and you're listening to the Cretins Guild Podcast.
There's going to be a delay on that clap and also my responses. Not due to time zones, but because I'm slow.
That's
Aww.
fine. Welcome to episode Sidney Crosby of the Cretins Guild Podcast. 87. His jersey number is 87.
Okay.
So I'm saying episode Sidney Crosby.
I thought you were trying to activate like a sleeper agent in our crowd somewhere. It's like,
Well, I mean, that too.
I'll be honest, I can't think of another 87 out there.
my next question was going to be like, to what purpose? I mean, I'm already on sticker duty for the entire country, as it turns out.
That's true.
So it's
and
not like
you did a bang up fucking job there.
Yeah, well, I haven't put any around this joint, and there's plenty of light poles to put stickers on. I'm just kind of
It's
slacking.
Chicago. You don't want to ruin Chicago.
I know.
Let's face it. We kind of ruin anything we touch. That's what we do.
I know, really.
It's our default setting.
I don't want people like knowing that there's an element of this corrosive body anywhere near them in this wonderful city.
Oh, Corrosive Body is my Tool cover band name.
Oh, nice.
Just straight up cover.
Nice.
No styles or anything like
no
that. Just
genres, no
straight up
styles.
cover.
Okay.
Nah, just straight up Tool cover band. Yeah, maybe a yodeling Tool cover band name.
No, I would have gone. Trashcore Tool cover band.
Okay, Trashcore works.
Yep.
Trashcore works.
Lots of Drano bottles, with the corrosive. Okay, fuck
It's
it, whatever.
like Stomp with a bad attitude.
Yes.
So anyway,
Only louder.
Teenage resentment.
welcome to Welcome to episode 87 of the Cretins Guild Podcast. I am Jay. With me, as always, is Bob and Corey.
It was
and
Sidney Crosby, right?
Yeah, Sidney Crosby.
You know-
Sid the Kid, number 87 for the Pittsburgh Penguins. And you know what Sid the Kid can do?
What?
He can go fuck himself because he's a goddamn piece of
There
shit.
it is.
Hockey season's back, motherfuckers. I don't give a shit.
Well, hey, look, in his defense, I don't even know who this guy is. He's a very family beady Crosby.
That's true. That's
Yeah,
true.
yeah,
He's not of the Bing variety. You know?
Right.
He's not going, oh, boo, 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 boo.
Yeah. Right. Just wanted to make sure that got into the show.
Well, absolutely. Absolutely. So on the note of domestic abuse and telling Sidney Crosby he can go fuck himself, we are proudly part of the PODFIX Network. It is podfixnetwork.com. And you guys may notice, if you're watching live, and if you're not, this is an audio podcast, so you can tell by looking at the view you're seeing right now, that we're back and we are scattered to the winds once again. We are in 3 separate states, 2 separate time zones, and basically it's 2021 and we're back, motherfuckers. How you doing?
Still feels like March 2020.
Well, yeah. Yeah, it does feel like March 2020. I mean, nothing much has changed there. I mean, Corey's got to change the scenery. Corey, where are you at now?
I'm back in Chicago.
Back in Chicago.
Yep, 2018
Chicago.
style. So much deja vu has happened in this month alone, by the way, because there's a bunch of things that I had first experienced the first time I moved up here back in 2017. I watched Future Man for the first time, and I actually just polished it off because I eventually got around to it just now.
Fucking Futterman.
Fucking Futterman.
Bob, have you watched that show?
I haven't seen it, no.
Oh, dude, you got to watch it.
It's a shocking thing because it
really is.
Because it is essentially like Broheim trash comedy, dick jokes, cum jokes, all over the place, shock galore. But it has some of the finest character development I think that you can get in a regular in a serialized program. Well, I was going to say nowadays, but not anymore.
For a show that is inherently filth,
Yeah,
it has a fucking remarkable soul to it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I really did. Did you get to see any of season 3 yet?
No, not yet.
You haven't done that? All right.
No, I didn't actually know season 3 was there till you posted. Just finished it off. I was like, what?
Neither did I.
What's it on?
It's on Hulu.
It's Hulu, so it should be boxed in with the Disney Plus that you've got that I didn't know that I was also on, apparently. I was telling him about how you also put me on the. I'm getting all the handouts from you guys with online services and shit. And that you actually had me on your Switch Online for almost a year And
Yeah, you didn't know that?
I didn't fucking know. I had no idea.
Yeah, no, you were there. We had a conversation about it and everything.
Of course. Okay, you're going to have to understand something. As soon as Archer went into a coma, so did I. As far as I'm concerned, the last 2 to 3 years of my life in that other place didn't happen because I can't remember any of it.
Okay. Well,
I remember getting up early in the morning. I remember feeling somewhat oppressed. And then I remember the sweet relief that would wash over me like a spray from an ocean breeze as I drifted off to sweet slumber for 2 fucking hours on the average every night, and then getting up and goddamn entering that membrane of a nightmare again.
How you sleeping up in Chicago?
So fucking good. It's just, I don't know, the sensory overload has just been not here. We had a snowstorm the other night. You know what a snowstorm is?
No.
Quiet.
It just snows a lot.
It's so quiet.
I know. All you hear outside is, shh, go to sleep, Corey. Everything's okay now.
It was funny. I was actually talking to Moxie from Your Brain on Facts.
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah.
On Twitter. And because I had posted something about how much I love the snow. And that we had finally gotten a snowfall here. Because we'd only had like an inch and a half so far this winter. And we got a good 4 inches the other night. And I was posting how much I fucking love the snow. And she's like, fun fact, because it's Moxie. So she gave us facts about what the snow does. And I was like, yeah, no, I got it. I got it. I know what the snow does. I'm good. Like, it's like my favorite thing. But cool, like I'm glad she shared it out because, other people that don't follow her or that follow her that don't know what snow is and don't know how snow works and how it it deadens the sound.
Mm-hmm.
Are now they know. So
it's acoustically friendly.
Yeah, really, it actually is.
It is.
Like I was kind of entertaining the notion of just hanging the laptop outside of my window for this podcast tonight because it would be so much better than this bouncing pinball of an echo that I've got going on right now. But you also would have been looking at some really erect nipples, and I don't think our audience is ready for that yet. Or
tune into the Cretins Guild OnlyFans account for that.
Yes, exactly.
$4.99 a month, you can get to see Corey's erect nipples.
Yeah, they kicked us off of Pornhub. I mean, we're not verified, so it had to happen.
So with Chicago, what have you? Sorry, I dropped the DS game because I fidget.
Ooh, which one? Which one? Sorry.
Custom Robo Arena.
Oh wow, the one custom Robo that I actually wanted to try to find. You have to tell me that it is. You're going to review it?
It's really fucking good. Yeah, it's on the list. I'm doing a DS kind of hidden gems next month or in March. February's already planned out. March isn't. So.
All right, shit is pimped. We might come back to that later though. Just saying. All right, what are you going to ask?
What have you done that other than Future Man? What have you done that's been kind of like just kind of easing you back into life in the Windy City?
It's so bizarre. I've just kind of like remembered all of these things that I wanted to do. It's all passive entertainment. I mean, you know what podcast the people know what podcasts are listening to, I think.
I hope so.
I feel like I got back into Spider-Man because I had to drop that in 2018. For other reasons, not like the ones that I constantly fucking whine about.
You mean the PS4?
Yeah, the PS4 one. And I was the conversation was around Miles Morales having just dropped recently, and I was like, God, I was really enjoying the shit out of that game. Why'd I stop? And I don't have a really good excuse because I could have just as easily picked that up as I did Witcher 3, which is much more of a time sink than that shit is. Let me see. Polished off like 3 seasons of Archer all in one go. That last one was killer, by the way. So there's that. Not going to spoil too much about that shit. Did a lot of reading. Remembered that all of those books that I own are legible. I can read them. It's just so weird. It feels like waking up. It's so strange. Oh yeah, Cobra Kai. Want to talk about that shit because that was kind of a slap in the face. And Animaniacs, haven't gotten too far into that yet because I'm trying to consider The Neighbors once again, although I'm not doing a very good job of that tonight. And High Score Girl, which Yeah, it made me cry. I finished it.
You hadn't finished it before?
No, I wasn't quite prepared for it at the time.
You're never prepared for that show. That one hits hard regardless what situation you're in.
I hate it so much. And I know that it was because it was a limited series. I knew the manga went, beyond the boundaries of the narrative that they could explore. So I started buying the manga, and I'm like, am I going to subject myself to this again? Just in printed form. Ugh. All right. Has anybody here seen Cobra Kai?
Nope.
No.
Okay.
Zero interest in it.
It was. Okay. All right. Now, when that happens, I'm at an impasse because I'm going to want to sell it up, but I know that as soon as I sell it up, I begin to diminish the appeal of it to everybody that's listening. So let
me tell you what's going on with Cobra Kai. One, I don't give a flying fuck about the Karate Kid, so I have no tie to that whatsoever.
Neither did I.
But here, let me finish this real quick.
Okay.
There was the Acme group I used to hang out with. We used to have a phrase of something being Steved. Mm-hmm. Because it was just, this is the greatest thing ever. You have to watch it. It's the greatest thing. It's the best. It's wonderful. It's magical. It's life changing.
Okay.
And I'd watch it and I'd be like, that was decidedly fucking average. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
This show has been Steved for me for 3 years.
For 3 years? Oh, well, you mean since it was out on YouTube?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. I don't care. Like, I'm glad people dig it. I'm glad people love it. But for me, it's like, I don't care. Like, I'm glad it kind of leans into the theory from How I Met Your Mother. I'm not going to waste any time watching it, I don't think.
Fair enough. Okay. Yes. Bob.
I am Bob.
I don't know. It exists. Go ahead and give it a shot if you want to. And you can give me your assessment behind the scenes with it. I don't like pushing shit. Go ahead. Sorry.
If you think it's worth pushing, then absolutely push it. But, it's all up to the viewer if they're going to keep at it or not. It's one of those shows that when it first came out, I was like, oh, you know what? I enjoyed Karate Kid. I wasn't an uber fan. I wasn't even a big fan. I enjoyed it. I didn't hate it.
Yeah.
So this might be good. I'll add it to the list, and that list is... I never got to the list, basically.
Yeah.
So I know of it, haven't seen it, and it's not that I don't have a desire to watch it. It's just that there's no urgency whatsoever.
Yeah. No, that's kind of where I was. And I mean, I remember when it popped on YouTube Red, and that lovely organization was trying to use that to push its paid for subscription model. And
that was my first turn off of that.
Well, I saw it and I looked at it and I'm like, they're just pushing this off of nostalgia and nostalgia alone. All right, fuck you guys. I'm not an easy mark. Sorry. So that turned me off of it. And like you, I didn't really give two fucks about Karate Kid anyway back in the day. That was just like, that was the shit that my parents would try to push me to go see when I wanted to go see like fucking Care Bears or something. It's like, okay, I guess. And the first movie was all right. Had a lot of fun moments. The second movie is fucking bizarre. The second movie
is that
was
the one where they go to Okinawa?
They go to Okinawa. Yeah. Apparently, Danny got over Allie like very quickly.
Like you do.
Yeah, and then he does that a third time in the third movie, which is very, very strange. But the second movie is odd because apparently there was some sort of a deal where they had to like fight to the death at the end over somebody's honor. It's like this kid is like, his blood runs damn like ice cold.
I love how people always make that joke that The Force Awakens is a retelling of A New Hope. Like, have you seen Karate Kid 1 and 3? They're the same goddamn movie. Yeah,
just with like cartoonier villains or something. And apparently they're hinting strongly. And never mind, I'm not going to talk about the show. But there was the funny thing about this though is that you mentioned the idea of the concept for Cobra Kai possibly coming from an episode, or at least a string of episodes from How I Met Your Mother.
Yeah, Barney's theory of villainy.
Yeah, well, it was played up for laughs because Barney was an asshole. So, of course, one of his idols would be the asshole. But the funny thing about that is that throughout the entire show, he would justify, or at least rationalize, his viewing or his reading of the Karate Kid movie. And in the first season of Cobra Kai, they play all these moments in reference to when Johnny's talking about his history with Daniel. And I was like, because I like you guys have said, I haven't seen this movie in like a long time. I don't really give a shit about it. Barney was right. Daniel was a fucking prick. But the beauty of that is that it kind of leaps off of that platform of indistinct accountability in order to create like a perfectly symmetrical narrative between these two karate rivals, and how that sort of violence and they explore toxic masculinity a lot without being preachy about it, which is, I didn't think you could do that, which is great. It's cool. But how it infects their students and how their students begin to take away the negative elements of what they're doing, which is essentially beating each other the fuck up. And for like 8 or 9 episodes of the first season, you're getting the sense that like the overriding morality of the show is that like might does actually make right. Oh, huh. And then of course that's completely flipped over in the last 2 episodes, which then leads you into the second season. It goes everywhere.
How many episodes do you think it would I would know if I like it or not?
I don't know, because now that you have a name for being Steved, it took you a long time to get in the burn notice. And I remember trying to sell that up to you back in the day too. It took you like close to 7 fucking years, I think. And what a day that was when we started watching. I was so fucking happy. I got no idea. It's a Netflix exclusive now because, well, YouTube Red. I don't know. Give it another 2.5 years.
Well, I mean, how many episodes do you think it would take? Like, if I watch 1 episode, am I going to know whether or not I'm going to dig the show? Or should I give it 2 or 3?
It was like 1 episode, and me and the entire family, I was at my mom's house at the time we started watching it. We were hooked. We drilled through it in 2 nights.
Oh, wow. Okay. All right. So, Corey, you've moved to Chicago. Bob, you have, I don't know if you lost a bet, but your beard has been stolen.
Yeah.
Oh.
What happened there?
Trust me, I'm not happy about it either. But on one hand, I was getting tired of eating hair with every bite of food I would take.
It's a logical thing to not enjoy, yeah.
Yeah, or waking up, it's like, why is this hair in the top of my mouth? Oh God, because it's like a foot away from my chin. That's why. And I did it so I could start doing job interviews without frightening the girl that's on the other side of that desk.
See, I would have guessed that like the one time that you were washing your beard out and then like Gimli fell out of it would have been kind of a deciding factor.
There he is!
It's the shower floor with
a boy. I haven't seen you in a while.
And he just looks up at you and goes, "Wah!" or whatever the hell it is that he does.
No, that's pretty accurate. At the same time,
it's like a popple being strangled.
So job interviews, that's good.
Yeah, I'm thinking Corey. I'm in the same boat with him now. It's like, now that we've been fired from our jobs, we are going through this moment of bliss almost, where I'm getting 6 hours of sleep instead of 4 hours of sleep now. And I decided, this is the year that I'm just going to get off my ass.
Bitches.
Fuck you. I dream about
even
8.
Numbers. The maximum.
6 are even numbers too.
Shut up. It's not the even number I'm talking about. Fair enough. The only one that matters is 8. 8 hours. 8
no, see,
follows 7.
I totally get that, because when I got laid off from EA, the first week sucked. Like the first week I was getting like an hour and a half, 2 hours of sleep a night, because it was like, oh my God, what am I going to do with my life? I have no idea what to do. And then it was like, I don't fucking care. I'm happy I don't have to go to work in the morning right now.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so
ecstatic I'm not dealing with their bullshit.
I hit that point at some point myself.
Mm-hmm.
Let me ask, when the hammer fell on you, did you have any kind of heads up that it was coming?
No.
Or was it kind of out of the blue?
Ooh, this tale is epic. Yes. I love hearing this.
All right. So I remember vividly the day I got let go. Or The day I found out I was getting let go, because boy howdy, there is a pile of bullshit beyond just the, hey, Jay, you're getting fired. So I got to work early because I was working on NFL Arcade at the time, and we had just submitted. We were in certification.
Notice that he remembers what game he was working on, and that he showed
He's
up
proud of
early
his
for
work.
because he's a good employee.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I was at work
Model.
a half hour early so I could answer emails from CERT. I get there, I sit down, I log in, get an email from my HR rep, Sean, and he says, hey, Jay, you busy? I was like, no, I got in early. What's up? He goes, hey, I'll come up and grab you. I was like, oh, okay, cool. And as I say, okay, cool, and I see him go away, I went, oh, fuck. I know that line. I'm about to get fired. No, I'm not getting fucking fired. There's no way I'm getting fired. Sure as shit, got fired. The exit interview happened. The exit interview didn't happen. I was told I was getting let go, but I had an option. I could either be let go and receive 7 months of severance pay for my 7 years of employment, or I could move to Baton Rouge, Louisiana, and hopefully keep my job. Not will keep my job, hopefully keep my job.
How old was Victor at this point?
Victor was 10 months old on when I got let go. Because I was let go on November 4th, so it was 4 days before his 10-month birthday.
They always pick the best times.
Yeah, they do. Sure do. I got let go. But I wasn't let go immediately. Like, I wasn't told, you're done, clean out your desk, go home. It was, we're going to need you to stick around because we're letting go of 1,400 people worldwide, and we need your help determining who stays and who goes.
Yeah.
So they didn't take any of my suggestions. I just had to sit there through a week and a half of firings of people, and tell them why they were getting let go. And because if I didn't, I wouldn't have gotten my severance package.
Oh my God.
And when I was finally let go, I was escorted out of the building.
By security?
By security. I actually came in the weekend before I was let go because I knew I was done the following Monday. And I came in on Sunday and cleaned my desk out. And I brought in a tote and I brought it down and I walked out and the security guard's like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "I'm cleaning my shit out. I'm getting fired tomorrow."
Well, you're technically totes cleaning your shit out.
Yeah, I was totes cleaning. Yeah. He's like, "Well, I need to go through that stuff." I was like, "What are you gonna do? Fire me? I'm done tomorrow. You're not going through any of my stuff. This is all mine." So I took it out to my car and I drove home. I get to my exit interview that Monday. My manager does not show up.
Oh.
To this day, it has now been... It's 2021. I was let go in 2009. It has been 12 years since I've worked in the video game industry. To this day, I have no fucking clue why I was fired. Just that I was.
Really? They didn't... I mean...
I never got a reason.
Not me. At least they would have given you some sort of a vague justification in order to...
Nope.
All right. Well,
Jesus.
Firing with zero leverage, I guess that does happen.
I'm kind of the opinion that it was not the choice of anyone in QA to let me go.
It wasn't based on performance, I'm going to bet.
Well, it could have been based on performance. I mean, I honestly have no idea.
If
I
was living with you at the time, that's
true.
Not, well, it could be possible, but it's not probable.
But I was miserable.
Uh-huh.
I was angry all the time. Like, I hated my fucking job.
That's true.
In the grand scheme of things, it's not a bad thing that I was let go. Because I would have fucking quit within a year anyway, and then I wouldn't have gotten a severance package.
Yes.
Yeah. So when I left, I think it was the same week I left. All the guys in QA, all the management squad in QA, actually, we got together and we went out to dinner on the company dime for me, which I thought was pretty great.
Sam's Needs?
But yeah, actually,
it was actually Sam's Needs. Nice.
Yeah,
because we love a circular narrative when it comes to talking about our jobs. Yes,
we really do. So yeah, I got a probably $100 meal that night on the company dime as one final fuck you to Electronic Arts.
And because it was Sam's Needs, it was probably like grilled cheese.
No, I got
Okay.
I got a steak and I got I think lobster ravioli and all this shit. I was like,
Oh.
yeah, dude, I didn't fuck around. They're like, you order whatever you want. I was like, okay.
All right.
Yeah, so I got let go. The real kick in the dick wasn't getting let go because eventually, you know, I mean, I'm where I'm at now because I was let go, and that's not a bad thing. I love what I do now.
Mhm.
But the real kick in the dick of it was when I moved back to Florida a year later, and they had a QA lead position open, and I applied for it. After checking if I was eligible for rehire, and was told immediately, absolutely you are, but like everyone in management at QA, immediately I got a "you are not qualified for this position" form letter. So I am pretty sure the CEO put me on the do not hire list.
The CEO. So this political move went all the way up to the top of the tree.
Up to the top of the studio, yeah. I mean, the CEO was Phil. Phil didn't like me, and that's fine. Phil didn't like me because I was too casual.
Oh.
Because
we might-
I would, you know, show up to meeting in shorts and a t-shirt and a backwards baseball cap and flip-flops.
Yeah. You were on your own Lebowski mode when it came to your professional setting.
He would make a comment on it, and I'd be like, well, Phil, you know, I spent 18 hours here yesterday. I'm going to dress comfortably for it.
Yeah.
So,
I had somebody that was like doing that wasn't as aggressive as your guy was. But we would have people like that would be working in the newsroom dressing like, you know,
Like me.
well, there is you, but you're different management. And so is the newsroom. But we would have people dressing like, you know, outcasts from the fucking Buzzcocks and shit walking around. I had one of my graphics coordinators had like a blue fucking mohawk, and I always talk about this because it's the best. It's the best example that I can conjure up. And the day that one of my supervisors was telling me, "Yeah, look, I know you love your printed T-shirts, and everybody loves them too, and I don't really know what to say about those purple shoelaces and your army boots and whatnot, but we need you to start being a bit more professional around here." And then she comes walking like right behind me, leather jacket with no sleeves on it, blue hair, like
Like she just came out of a roller derby.
yes, exactly. So it was a full on roller derby regalia. And I look back, and then I look at Dave, and I'm gonna be like, I'll see what I can do. Also, I told a lot of fart jokes at work. That was no small source of friction too. It was you got a whole lot of this, but in
Well, that's their problem.
yeah,
at that point.
it was a sports channel that concerned itself with the most sophisticated and erudites of American pastimes or Scottish pastimes. I guess I don't really fucking know.
lawn bowling.
Lawn bowl.
The lawn bowling channel.
Yes.
Next time on Frisbee Golf.
Hey, don't you fuck with curling.
I would totally start up a frisbee golf channel. Are you kidding me? Full contact.
Yeah, it's kind of fun. I don't know which I would. Actually, I would prefer neither. But whether it being like an abrupt pack up your shit, get out, or like what Corey and I had, almost a year-long wait. It's like, in 12 months, everyone, not you, everybody is going to get shit canned. We're firing everybody.
Well, that's a terminal sentence, and you can look at it two ways. You know, it's either, oh God, what am I going to do? Or fuck it, I'm free. You know, like.
Well, Corey, you rejoiced. You wanted out of there bad.
Yeah.
On my hand, I was very, very happy where I was. I was enjoying my work. I enjoyed most of the people I worked with. I enjoyed my supervisors more than anything. And so it was really hard to take for 11 and a half months. And I think 6 days left to go, I was like, get me the fuck out of here. I do not want to be around some of these people anymore. And it all came down to when I pointed out to one of our managers, because we have like 8 or 9 supervisors or managers.
Yeah.
I point out like, hey, it's this dude's last day. The rest of us are here for another week. This guy was like really unprofessional. Just pointing that out. That's all I did. And like one manager said, yeah, it sucks. We'll get through it. Yeah, just let it go. It's like, I even put in the emails, like, I know this isn't going to go anywhere, guys. I'm just pointing it out. And then like his supervisor, the guy who fucked up before he left, his supervisor bounced back in an email to everybody. It's like, you are so fucking unprofessional. You are trash. I would never hire you. It's like, okay, you're a manager. Great. Get me out. I thought I was done.
You also know what the response from the Vox Populi in that room was, too. Because he had made a lot of bad fucking decisions since he started working where we were working. Personal and professional. Yeah. Like, the dude is a train wreck in so many different ways.
I'm just going to leave it at that.
Yeah. Well,
move on with our life.
I would love to hear that story offline sometime.
It was it was epic because it actually has to do with my department as well.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, well, that's all we're gonna leave it. You don't get you don't get the juicy shit unless you subscribe to our Patreon at.
You know, maybe I will put it up behind a Patreon wall.
You have to you have to contribute to the sewing circle tier, though. That's part and parcel with getting the experience.
Whereas for me, it's been 12 years, so I don't give a shit anymore.
Yeah.
I'm actually pretty sure I know when the decision was made for me to be let go. Mm-hmm. Now that I'm sitting here thinking about it, I was like, oh yeah, no, that's probably it. So the last year I was there, we decided to dip our hands, or dip our toes, and hands, fuck it, on our balls, why not? The whole goddamn shebang into the world of fantasy football. Mm-hmm. Fantasy football. And we released apps on the PlayStation 3 and the Xbox 360 it just, before I go too far, we are releasing fantasy football apps on the PlayStation 3 and the Xbox 360. What do you think those apps would be about? What do you think their functionality would be?
Oh, fantasy football, I guess.
Fantasy football.
Okay.
Okay. Mm-hmm. And Bob?
I was going to say gambling, but...
Wrong on both counts. Why would we release something that could, one, either make us revenue because our stock was worth like $3 at the time, or two...
Damn.
Actually cover the subject of the thing that we were trying to sell. No, you had to go to a website to do the fantasy football. You couldn't do it in the app or the game. No, what we had were stat trackers that people could download. Stat trackers. You know, the thing that when you're playing a fantasy sport, I'm fucking fired up now. When you're playing a fantasy sport, you can log onto a fucking website and you can click a button and be like, oh, hey, let me see how my team's doing. Oh, great. Cool. My team's doing great. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you couldn't do that in our app. You had to search for a specific fucking player to find out how they were doing. And when we brought this up, I was placed in charge of the fantasy football apps because I'm such a huge fantasy football player, I guess. And we were going around during design and planning, and the CEO came to me and said, Jay, what do you think of this? And I said, do you want me to be honest? He said, yeah, of course I want you to be honest. I said, I think this is a stupid fucking idea. He goes, what? I said, I think this is a stupid fucking idea. You can't play fantasy football on the fantasy football app. Why would we make this? And then he wouldn't. Yeah. And,
okay.
And within a year, Jay was no longer employed.
I know. I saw a snotty tweet a couple of weeks ago that was like, it said something like, why do white dudes that can't afford therapy start podcasts? And I was like, I'm taking umbrage to that. And I was like, well, this is why.
Because we can't afford therapy.
Right. Yeah. This is just better. We're bouncing our rage off of each other because it's comfortable, and we invite everybody else to share in this joy. Anyway,
because this is a safe space, and like Planet Fitness, we are a judgment-free zone.
Well, I wouldn't go that far
until we're not.
Well, with each other, we are a judgment-free zone.
Yes, yeah. And we're the only.
Everyone out there I know is judging the shit out of us, and that's fine.
Right?
That's fine.
Yeah, we're the only mouthpieces in this organization that matter. So fuck them.
We should probably move on to happier subjects. And frankly, I want to brag about my wife a little bit here because she is the current Cretins Guild champion, winning her section of the women's battle royal and then defeating who was it in the finals?
Samantha Monorail.
Samantha Monorail, yes. Ooh. Cementing the family feud we have between.
I don't know. I really hope that were either one of them given a mic? Like, was there a shoot involved? Because that must have been savage. No? Oh, okay. No.
There was a lot of post-show bitching, but yeah, no.
So I like that there is somehow WWE 2K19 has decided that there needs to be a blood feud between the monorail and the Square Pegs family. Like it's because I've beaten Justin twice now. Justin's nothing,
right?
And now Meredith has beaten Samantha. So yeah.
It's cool. Having been exposed to the Sam Monorail experience, I'm willing to put this out there and say that Sam was just probably seeking revenge, and that this feud is probably not going to end anytime soon.
That's fine.
Don't keep her from getting a lobster roll. Just keep that in the back of keep that in your back pocket.
Okay. But yeah, so it's it's just further proof that we are a legacy of greatness here at the Square Pegs household.
Yep.
And the championship is firmly where it's supposed to be. And I'm sure there will be a challenge eventually, and Meredith may lose, Meredith may win. But all that matters is she was the first ever women's champion, and that my family has now won the belt 4 times.
Damn. And that belt actually is transferable between genders, isn't it? That's kind of a milestone.
Yeah, it's like the Impact title.
It is. I have given Bob my word that I am not going to challenge Meredith for the title. I think the integrity of the belt should be what it is. I am not. There will be no finger poke of doom. So it is. It is not something I am willing to do. I said before when I dropped the title willingly and gave it up because honestly I was just kind of tired of winning. I believe in the integrity of the title, and I believe that there are certain things about the belt that should be sacred, and I'm not going to do that. Now, Justin and Samantha probably would. Mm-hmm. I mean, let's be honest. But Meredith and I will not. We are better than that.
Sam's not, so look forward to that.
Well, we'll have to figure out some kind of follow-up challenge that like everybody can take in part, like a Jackbox trivia challenge or something along those lines.
In other entertainment news, the WWE Network is shuttering in the States, and it is moving to Peacock, which is I don't think anyone saw coming.
Yeah,
I'm kind of floored by it. I think if they can keep all the functionality that the network currently has and all the content, well, that's a good deal.
It's a good deal. When I first heard this, I was kind of like, about as shocked as probably everybody else was, but it took about 5 seconds to sink in that like their box office for 2020 was probably not that great. Non-existent, and that in order to keep up a streaming service such as that, as well as keep paying their performers, they probably had
financially they're fine.
Well, financially they're fine, but there's got to be some belt tightening happening. And
yeah, they laid off 40% of their work staff back in what was it, April?
Right. Yeah. Right, but they still have crazy overhead, and they haven't shut down Full Sail yet, or their NXT facilities either.
Well, they're not at Full Sail anymore. They're doing that out of the Performance Center now.
Where's the Performance Center? That's the one that's in Tampa?
No, it's on 50. It's on 50.
Oh, it's on. I love that we all know what's on 50. Now, imagine for example that this whole shit show that we've got going on has managed to go nationwide. And that,
well, I mean, dude, technically we're worldwide.
We're on iHeartRadio now. People can listen to this bullshit in Russia if they wanted to.
Do svidanya, comrades.
Yeah.
Stol.
I think that's Norway, Pop.
Soda Popinski.
Mikhail Gorbachev, friends. Mikhail Gorbachev.
Sorry what Leslie Nielsen did to your former prime minister.
Y'all got some weird ass onion roofs over there.
Yes, you do. And we just managed to drop there. It's like, where's the Performance Center? By the way, get ready for some local color. That's off 50. And we all go 50. Everyone knows where 50 is.
We're not going to explain it.
Huh?
We're not going to explain it. No one needs to know.
No.
That's as far as it goes.
If you have Google, you can find it. It's not a mystery.
Hold on a second. No, we were talking about like firings and employee dramas and shit, right?
Jobs.
Yeah. Jobs.
Yes, we were. And that we're at we're about 5 years now, Bob. We've been doing this show.
Yeah, we hit 5 years back in November.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so 5 years, episode 87. So if you do the math, 5 years.
No. There was also like a 6-month hiatus. Let's point that out.
In 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I know I'm not helping.
There would be how many months? Well,
60?
how many weeks? So, like roughly
120 if we were going bi-weekly.
Bi-weekly. Okay, so 120 weeks.
It's bi-weekly being generous.
So we've missed 33-ish since we're all the way to episode 87 now after 5 years. I don't know.
It also doesn't include like 3 Christmas specials and a bunch of other skits that we've done.
That is very true. That is very true.
I'm not helping. I'm not helping.
No. That does help. That does help. That makes me feel a little bit better. But in the spirit of work sucks. Corey and I were talking, Bob, and we want to. We've been discussing performance evaluations.
Mm-hmm.
And since you are the showrunner, we wanted to give you some feedback. This is all anonymous. We don't know who wrote these.
Right.
Who are these individuals?
You can probably, there's a cast of thousands with the Cretins Guild. And the first one I have here says, why the fuck doesn't he let Robbie host? He's the talent.
Well, I can answer that. Robbie is above our pay grade.
Valid point.
That could be the only response.
Corey, do you have any?
Okay, yeah. I have one from an individual here. You have to give me a second because the writing's a bit smudged. Why doesn't he feed me more than once a day? I don't know. Why don't you feed this particular individual more than once a day? P.S. I would like my testicles back, please. I didn't
write that one for the record.
Yeah. That doesn't have a whole lot to do with the show.
Is there a paw print on this?
It's very strange. Let me. No. But there's there's a brown smear on the bottom. It could be a paw print, but it doesn't smell that great. Yeah.
He can be happy with the Twinkie a day I give him, and that's it.
Is he in the room with you?
No.
Oh, okay.
I'd be smelling him.
He'd be giving you like Tiny Tim Lister stink eye, where like one side of his face is evil and the other side of it doesn't care.
Well, keep in mind he can't hear a thing.
Oh, that poor deaf bastard. Oh.
Yeah, Tessie's getting there too.
Oh no!
Sadly.
I don't want to.
Yeah. She's 13, dude. Our dogs are ancient.
No, dogs are supposed to live forever.
Oh, I wish.
Me too.
Me too. Well, thanks for reminding me to not get one ever. All right. Anyway, you. Yeah. Sorry.
All right. This one says, this one's actually been handled. I wish he would cut that beard. It makes mine look bad.
Yeah. Not happy about it.
The person who has this one, they appear to be happy because they had beard envy.
I mean, if anything, it proves I listen, people.
That's true.
That's a good manager. He listens to suggestions right there. That's good.
That's right. He is administration who cares. All right. Well, there's like a stack about this high that I've got to look through.
Okay.
I know. I should be just reaching for my Karnak hat at this point. I get it. Hold on a second.
This is great comedy for the people that are listening to the audio version of the podcast.
When you say Karnak, do you mean the Inhuman?
No, the Johnny Carson skit.
Yes.
Wait, did I just get my references crossed, or
no? I think they're both the same name. I didn't realize Bob was riffing. My bad.
Okay,
I've got another one.
Oh, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
While he's
please fill the fucking void for me. I'm dying here.
This one says, this is a request. Can we please have Mom on, and can she bring the brandy in the bag?
It's in the works.
No shit, because honestly, that would be fucking amazing.
Yeah,
it's in the works. Can't guarantee anything. She's got a big writer to fill.
Understood. I will send a fifth.
And make sure you send a bag worthy of holding it.
Yeah, an entire fucking Meyer bag.
Yeah, nice. Yes. There, I got it. All right.
Oh, you got one finally?
I got one finally, yeah. That's right. All right. When do I get more quiche?
When you come to visit.
Okay, cool. Works.
Oh, for this person.
When that person comes and visits.
Yes. I make quiche on Tuesdays.
Yeah, I know. The quiche is like whenever I do a live over there, it's part of the whole package. That's like per diem, I guess. Okay, it's good to know that that's coming. One of the fringe benefits. Excellent, Bob. All right, fantastic.
Can you please do a first-person view of Big Thunder Mountain doing commentary in the Bob accent?
Oh my god.
That's a loaded question because what should I start with the Bob accent? Because we all know it goes one way and just leads into whatever it feels like.
Well, I think that's just dealer's choice, really.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I don't think there's
right.
any real requirement. They're like, you could recite the Declaration of Actually, you should recite the Declaration of Independence in the Bob accent in a first person on Big Thunder Mountain. And then at the end of it, you go, testicles! And that's it. That's the entire...
Can you imagine waiting 2 hours to get onto Big Thunder Mountain? You finally do. And this guy behind you, this fat guy in a Hawaiian shirt, is yelling at the top of his lungs. The Declaration of Independence.
I think they would close
In an accent.
the park, wouldn't they? I mean, it's not really a bomb threat, but in the interest of heading that one off at the pass, I don't know.
Oh, my God.
I don't know.
Please make that happen, Bob.
It's Disney. Wouldn't you do like one of the speeches from the Hall of Presidents?
Well, I haven't been in the Hall of Presidents in 5 years, so I don't know what they say in there.
Oh, yeah.
And they're working on the new one right now, so I don't know when that's going to open up.
sorry.
So I guess, like...
I'm not crying. I'm laughing. Yes, ma'am.
We hold this truth to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed with their creator, and certain inalienable rights, and among their life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness.
There's a little bit of Flemish in there.
Yeah.
Scottish.
I desperately need this to be a real thing. Like,
Oh, God, not uploaded on the 4th of July.
Oh, wow. All right, since we're supposed to be the employees here.
do you have evaluations for us, Bob?
Yeah, I
mean,
expect that ours are not going to be too kind.
Well, I don't, but we do have a supervisor in interim
Okay.
that is willing to give you guys.
No kidding.
Please.
So
Let's do
I want to introduce you guys to a supervisor that I think you guys are going to come and love. His name is Gary.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. So he wanted me to just like bring him in and he'll get everything started. Well, thank you both of you for joining. But we're going to do this simultaneously with both of you in the same room just to, get it over with a lot faster. And let me just first state. Understand that every machine needs cogs to make wheels turn. And this, by the way, is a real thing I said to Bob when I was his supervisor at one point. So, both of you bring a vibe.
I just wanted to point out that when Gary walked into frame, he just casually pushes Bob out of the way.
What?
Takes his headphones
I'll go
off.
get a coffee.
He's got one headphone on, like this. And he just sat right down in his friggin' chair as if he owned it.
Yes, I am in command at the moment, so do not, and I am speaking, so it's rude to interrupt. All right, so as I was saying, both of you bring a vibe and a feeling that gels so well together, the three of you. Every single instant I get that tiniest inkling in the back of my mind that what you all do is foolish and stupid and a waste of time. I then confirm it is, and then I get the two of you together, and there's nothing but laughter, and we make jokes that only the three of you seem to get. But in hindsight, I truly enjoy the time that you all spend together. Oh, and just a simple reminder that when you're submitting your timesheets, to do it through Time Card site and not the Card Time site, or you won't get paid. So, as I was saying,
we get paid?
Eventually, maybe if that OnlyFans account pans out, there might be a monetary gain. We don't know. We'll have to wait and see if you're a good boy or not.
Oh my God.
Now, I feel that Bob does all the promotion, all the social, all the editing, all the artwork, all the planning, and all the hosting fees, all the cohesion, and then again all of the networking. I tell myself, he really does. But then, while he's editing, loses himself as he's editing. He's listening and he's laughing and finding creative ways to introduce music or sound effects or some other ways of keeping this boat afloat. And let me elaborate how much he has tried to save this show from both of you many, many times.
Bob, Gary's in your corner. I kind of thought that he would be. Kind of thought he'd be running you over, like he.
His ass is grass later. Don't you worry about him. Worry about yourselves, and more to the point, worry about yourself, Corey. Because have you ever heard of a cough button? Nearly every sentence ends with a throat clearing.
I take umbrage to that.
I totally get you might have like a respiratory problem, but at this point, you need to stop trying to cough up that creature or you just need to swallow it down. Because Lord knows you've been trying to drown that critter for the last 25 years on a steady diet of booze, hate, comics, hentai, and hollandaise sauce.
If I didn't have any of that, what would I bring to the show?
I'm getting to that. You'll just you need to listen,
Okay,
listen,
sorry,
buddy,
Gary.
listen. When you're not on the show, the whole feeling is different. The humor takes a strong shift that no longer feels like the Cretins Guild. So, congratulations! You are the soup, salad, and breadsticks of this Olive Garden. Now, as for you, Jay, don't think you're off the hook there, Lunchbox. Jay, some of your strong points are you are a born ringmaster. You can turn any trash fest into a 3-ring circus. You entertain ideas that you don't think can do well, or you change it up to make the discussion work in an interesting fashion. This also comes across on your speeches on your YouTube channel, Square Pegs. That being said, on this show, if you got a like every time you said, and a new subscriber for every, you would make PewDiePie and Mr. Beast look like Mortimer and Randolph Duke. With your clean up ability and foresight for quality, you are the Febreze aerosol spray cleaning up the stench left behind by Corey and Bob.
Thanks, Gary.
God damn, Gary. Does HR know you're down here?
No, let me. I'm going to finish these final notes, and then I'm gonna get out of here, and I'm gonna tell Bob to come on back. All right, final notes. Don't change a thing. Keep doing what you've been doing for the last 5 years, and as thanks, we shall increase your pay by the standard Comcast amount of 0.025% by the quarter after next half century. Gentlemen, thank you so much for your time. Peace out. Bob, you come on back. All right, guys, so how'd it go?
Gary's a dick.
Yeah,
he's fair.
There was a lot of carpet to call us out on, apparently.
Nothing he said is inherently inaccurate.
Yeah, his delivery leaves a little bit to be desired. On the upswing,
yeah,
I got a raise this time.
I mean, it's good that Gary isn't a doctor because dude does not have a bedside manner.
No. He's brute force correction. Yeah,
no, I mean it's tough love.
Yeah.
It's tough love, but it's appreciated.
Yeah.
Well, he's missing the love portion.
But that was Gary. Gary, everybody. Gary.
Hey, thanks, Gary. Thank you, Gary. We will strive to improve our performance for next year.
Mm-hmm.
Tough but fair. On that note, that is going to put a wrap on episode Sidney Crosby of the Cretins Guild podcast. You can find us on Podbean, Spotify, Apple Podcasts. We are now on iHeartRadio alongside other fantastic Clear Channel podcasts.
Wait, is it still called Clear Channel?
I don't know. I live in Kalamazoo. You think we have radio? We just got running water last year.
Dude.
You can also find us on Tout, which is returning in a couple weeks.
Yes.
And you can also find us, you can find our socials. We are Cretins Guild, one word, on Twitter, Instagram, and Discord. There is a link tree in there somewhere, probably down in the description, I'm assuming, or anywhere else that standard social media links are found. You can follow Bob on YouTube at Skipper Bob's Breakdowns, always doing great Orlando lifestyle vlogs and stuff that is going on there. And you can follow me on YouTube at Square Pegs. I am doing gaming content, and I am closing in on 500 subscribers.
Yeah.
You can help support
Nice.
us on Patreon, and we have a merch on tpublic.com that features the art of the fantastic Tom Solo, as well as, Bob, you've got some designs up there too, right?
I put up a new one recently. Yeah, you got to go to it to see it.
Yeah, we are, of course, part of the PodFix Network, and as we say to all of our followers, new and old, we say, welcome to the Guild.
This was a podcast of the PodFix Network. You can check out more shows like it at podfixnetwork.com.
Do you subscribe to at least one streaming service? Do you spend what seems like hours scrolling, trying to find something new to watch? Do you just wind up watching the same show for the 100th time? If so, you're not alone. Hi, I'm Andrew, the host of PodFlix and Chill. On this podcast, I take a look at some original films and series from the most popular streaming services. I'll break down some of my favorites, uncover hidden gems, and even sit down with some guests. PodFlix and Chill is a great way to discover your next favorite show or choose the next family movie night. Want more PodFlix and Chill? Follow us on social at PodFlix, the letter N, and Chill, or check us out at www.podflixandchill.com. PodFlix and Chill, now a part of the PodFix Network. Subscribe wherever you listen.